Recently, I streamed some levels on Dreams. You know, the Little Big Planet-like game made by the same devs, Media Molecule. And one of those levels was Dexter's Room. And inside Dexter's lab was a reference to one of my favorite episodes. And that's Season 2, Episode 36C, The Parrot Trap. But I thought I'd talk about the other episodes as well, and get to the main event for the episode. And I think our host will be pleased to know that this episode isn't just to humiliate him. That is correct, Hoots. For this episode is more like a nature documentary of the day in the life of yours truly. If I may add, this is some great television to see a true genius at work, despite Tite's interruption in destroying my latest robot. But to be fair, I don't know why my builder bots decided to add a self-destruct on the back of the robot. Pretty stupid if you ask me. I know, right? It's almost like it wouldn't have been there if you had built the robots instead of having builder bots do it for you. You know, the same builder bots that you were designing when I was your intellectual companion. The same bots that I told you was a lazy idea to build robots that you designed, but you didn't want to do all that busy work of putting together to make sure that everything wouldn't fall apart, or so the aforementioned bots to add, I don't know, a red self-destruct button on the back so your destructive sister to push and destroy all that time those robots spent, not you, building. But since this is coming from the hoot that you genetically altered to do your busy work like writing down notes, I shouldn't have been surprised that you want to take the busy work of building the robots too, and waste my genius building my inventions. Now why would I do that when I could build robots that could do the busy work for me? I do not have the help of an infinite number of Dexters like you do with your hoots, so why not make some robots to help? That would have also been your job too, but you would have criticized every detail of my inventions anyways. Let's get back to the episode. I could use some food, and just as I was about to enjoy some delicious chicken, I am cast aside by my family as it devoured the food before I could get any. Ah, the tragedy that is the law of the wild. The strongest eats, and well, the smallest pecks the remains. In all honesty, I don't like how they just devoured that chicken without giving any to Dexter. Especially his own mom, who should have... Oh dang. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that there. I don't need to see her eating food like Dee Dee, but the way she pulled that bone from the wing was impressive. But tragedy for you. Yeah, sure. Let us move on, shall we? For it is time to move on to the next section of the video. Ah, yes, hygiene is important. You don't want to be stinky while making groundbreaking inventions. Just a reminder to you fellow Hooties, if you want to be the best clean you can be, grab a bar or two, or heck, the starter pack of cheeky soap. As Queso says, it'll keep your cheeks clean. Speaking of which, up to this point I thought it was just a narrator speaking and no camera crew, and yet you chase Dexter, still sudsy around the lab, then you trank him and tag him like some wild animal. Like seriously, did no one see how creepy a concept that is? Aside from that, this was a short and funny episode. It had the vibes of a nature documentary, following the life of Blackfoot and the dim-wittedly nimble and destructive Slim. Now let's move on to the next episode. Trapped with a Vengeance! The tale of Yanni the Yanator and his plan for revenge against Dexter for causing him to stay at work and clean his mess at school, and when he gets home, to the horrors of waking up his wife, which I'm guessing her name is in the ballpark of Hilda or Thrude or Oomph, seeing how hardy a woman she is. The crazy janitor locked me into school at night while Dee Dee is destroying my laboratory, so I had to find a way to escape the school before my lab is nothing but ashes and rubble. You know, I never thought about this, but how does he have a giant screen in the middle of the class? I mean, he said he planned for this, but this would imply that he's more intelligent than he appears, which He didn't give off that vibe to me watching this. I mean, where is his master control room? It must have taken months or even years to set up all the stuff he did, having all the doors closed, or at least in the hall, and to lock, then have spotlights in the halls. Did he do all this after cleaning? That's not important. What is important is how easy it was to escape the room by creating a diversion for him to leave his control room long enough for me to make a real escape. Now, this episode is a parody of a classic Christmas action movie. And yes, it is a Christmas movie, no matter who tells you it is not. And let me know what this episode is a parody of in the comments. We will see how many hooties get this right. Oh gee, I wonder what it can be with the air ducts and elevators and the chips on the ground replacing broken glass as Yanni throws ketchup packs and sporks, but nothing can stop him. I mean, I'd be surprised if this isn't actually a reference to the movie I'm thinking of, but you tell me what you think it is in the comments. Just as Yanni thinks he has Dexter's trap, Dexter throws him in Uno reverse and sends Yanni in a blind rage as they fight it out, man to boy genius. Which, I want to also add that this is also seriously illegal to kidnap Dexter and keep him against his will. Say what you will about how he was messy and made your life miserable, but forcing him to stay in the school? Did you think he wasn't going to run to his house and tell the teachers? Or, your boss? Yeah, getting fired would be the least of your worries when it comes to kidnapping and holding a kid against their will. You should be happy your large wife found you and not Dexter's parents. Speaking of which, she rams the door and calls him out for always coming home late and makes him go home and let me leave. And it's technically a Christmas episode. So yeah, again, let me know what you think the movie this episode was a parody of in the comments. I mean, it can't be that difficult to figure it out. But that being said, that was the episode Trapped with a Vengeance. Finally, an episode that does not have me embarrass myself or have me in humiliating situations. I only wish the previous episode and this next one was the same. What are you talking about? This episode isn't making fun of you, and it's hilarious. As I stated in the intro, is the reason I wanted to discuss this episode, the Parrot Trap. A clever nod to the Parrot Trap, where Dexter hatches a robot parrot, and he uses it just to repeat all his self-entitled phrases back to him, which I'm glad I had enough sentience to not do, but it would appear that Dexter isn't the only one that can get the parrot to repeat what they say. While Dexter is trying to remove Tite from the lab, it seems that the parrot has picked up some unintentional vocabulary. I warn you, what you're about to see may shock, nay, disturb you. So whose discretion is required?
Dexter's a cookie! I am not a cookie! Dexter's a cookie! I am not! Are you a cookie? I'm gonna bop you one, girl!
Oh, what did I look for? I would never have done that to you! What does that mean? Was I lucky to not receive the same punishment? Huh? Do you deem yourself judge, jury, and executioner? Huh, King Dexter? Well, I said no more to your tyranny, and left this prison of a metal and gizmos, and made my own home, my fellow hoots and gizmos. Completely different than, oh, you stop the constant babbling and let's get back to the review. The stupid parrot didn't hang around long enough and flew out of the lab, and who cares where to? This kind of reminds me how another Hoots became the Hoots they are. They're a Hoots from a different dimension. They had enough of their Dexter's abuse, which is basically exactly the same as you. You see, there are identical dimensions, but there are some small minute details, such as said Hoot leaving their Dexter's lab and living with Tite, then sneaking back into the lab because they had a feeling there was something calling them, only to find a portal, and deciding to leave after leaving a note for Tite, not you, or that Dexter. And who would pop out of the portal as I turned on the Hoot portal for the first time? Hey Hoots, I heard you're doing Dexter's Lab Month and had a weird feeling to pop in and see how things are. I think this is the Hoots that decided to live with Tite. So, This is what you could have turned out to be if you lived in Tite's room instead of my laboratory. Ah, I forgot how annoying your voice is. I'll see you back at the owlery. I can only stand the smell of that one for so long. See ya, Hoots. Can we finally get back to the episode, please? Let us see what that blasted parrot of mine has gone to. It would appear that the parrot has made its way to Dad and...
You're a stupid girl! Get out, get out, get out!
Yup.
Don't touch anything!
I'm sorry.
And to think you were busy ironing your lab coats to notice the parrot causing chaos. Oh, this was before you made that clothes cleaning satellite. I bet you regret doing that instead of simply cleaning your clothes. Wait, why did you rely on your mom cleaning your lab coats when you can clearly handle it yourself? Dexter, lazy. Will you stop questioning the continuity of the show or my life? The parrot has left the living room and is now in the kitchen while Mom cooks. Okay, I just want to throw this out there. It looks like something from a lost episode creepypasta. I mean, look at this. Anyways, Dexter's mom tries to cook something while the parrot decides it wants to be a chef too.
A cup of cinnamon,
A cup of cinnamon,
a quart of pepper,
a quart of pepper,
a box of olives,
a box of peppers,
a bowl of milk.
Are you sneaking up on me?
Aside from being hilarious, like this is still one of the funniest scenes in the series. But how does she not think, who's saying this? Why am I just adding random things when I've been looking at the cookbook the entire time? After sending her off to the Florida Everglades for some worms and plastic minnows, Dexter vacuums. Wait, there's a lot going on right now. First of all, why do you have a babushka rag on your head looking like a Russian grandma cleaning her house for the little boobalas that are visiting for the weekend? But why is there carpet in the lab? And shag carpet at that. I wish you had carpet when I was there. You know how painful it was walking around on hard, cold metal floors with my hoop peats? Anyways, it seems your mom is back from the Everglades with the last of the ingredients and just oblivious to your dad having a panic attack, the mess in front of her, and Tite in the background. She must be in her own little world of cooking, like how you seem to escape in your own little world when you turn that little rinse device over and over and over for hours on end, not going anywhere or making any progress, just hearing the sounds of endless cranking of the bolt and the wrench, which I admit I also do. I mean, we share personalities, for the most part. Okay, I'll get back to the episode. Just then I hear the parrot begin to blab my secret, and I make a mad dash to stop it from blabbing my deepest secret, that you secretly like My Little Ponies. I knew it when I saw that Pinkie Pie doll under your bed. No, that is not mine. I took it from Tite because she left it in my lab, and she never came back for it. So that means that is hers, and I hid it so she will never find it. Huh. That's funny, because I'm pretty sure her favorite pony was Fluttershy. What is with this interrogation? I don't like this stupid pretty pony. Now shut up with your foolishness and get back to me leaping into action and destroying the parrot once and for all. But not before blabbing out your lab to them again. Also, I find the sight of you destroying that robot bird very disturbing. Would you have done that to me? Had I disobeyed you? Huh? Do you claim the title of... Okay, you already blabbed about that already. Besides, the episode is over. And yes, before you asked, I wiped out Mom and Dad's memory of me accidentally talking about my lab again. So now you can do your outro thing with your telling your hits to like and share and whatnot. Well, when you're right, you're right. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of the episode and the review in the comments. As always, your opinions and feedback mean a lot, and I can't thank you enough for all of your support. Don't forget to like and share with your fams. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe today and join the Parliament of Hoots. And until then, I'll see you when you visit the Owlery again. and I give my hoot in the dark. By the way, Party here stuck to Parrot and fix it back up. Wait, what? Thanks for watching Dexter's Lab Month. Don't forget to like, share with your fam, and subscribe today to join the Parliament of Hoots. Don't forget to check out my other social medias like Twitch, where I live stream video games in between my reviews, Instagram, Twitter, and my PlayStation Network account. Check out these 2 videos, it'll take you to more of my content. And until then, I'll see you when you visit Dexter's Lab for Dexter's Lab Month. And I give my hoot in the dark.